I'm going to start with the Hofstede's findings regarding Cambodia. They have a high power distance culture. Here, the subordinates accept inequality in their everyday lives, and they do not believe that anyone is equal there. There is a clear separation between the superiors and the subordinates, and there in Cambodia, the superiors are the ones who make the decisions. Subordinates expect to have their jobs and their responsibilities dictated to them, and in this culture, people have a hard time saying no. In most cases, Cambodia citizens will not challenge someone of higher power because of their fear for authority. For example, the Human Rights Watch posted an article about how authorities systematically deny Cambodians their rights to a peaceful assembly by suppressing protests and issuing a series of bans on non-violent gatherings. And the military officials back this up by announcing threats to deploy armed forces and taking absolute action against them, which shows how social hierarchy is prevalent in Cambodia and creates such a high power distance. Next, Cambodians are collectivists. Individual members depend strongly on others. They are more concerned with the benefit of the group over the individual itself. For example, in Cambodia, a lot of young women will go and work at beer gardens, massage parlors, karaoke bars, because their families put a lot of pressure on them to bring home a certain amount of money. And even though the families know what's going on in these establishments, as far as the women not being, or they're being taken advantage of or being abused, they still want them to stay, and then the women will often feel, so much pressure from their families that they will continue to work under these circumstances, which shows their need to choose what is best for their family and not for the individual self. Next is the social corruption on Cambodia. I included other countries on here to give a better idea of how corrupt Cambodia actually is. Scores range from 0 to 100, and 0 being highly corrupt, and 100 means no corruption. So as you can see, Cambodia has a score of 21, which is more corrupt than Russia or Mexico, which to me I found really interesting. The Cambodian citizens often face situations of bribery, extortion, and just relying on basic services that have been undermined, by the misappropriations of funds from the people that are in higher positions. And so providing this insight on the corruption of Cambodia, here are a few things to keep in mind whenever you are doing business in Cambodia. First, one of the traditional greeting, how to greet somebody, is a bow combined with bringing the hands together at your chest level. So similar to bringing your hands together for a prayer here in the United States. And then if men are dealing with women, they should wait to see if the women extends their hand before they do so. And men should keep very minimum eye contact with the women. Business cards are very important in Cambodia, and they should be exchanged after the initial introductions. And you always want to have one side of your business card translated into the language that they speak, and as well as one side being in English. And then always, whenever you accept or receive a business card, you do it with your right hand, or you do it with both hands. And I'm pretty sure that using both hands is the safest way to receive or accept something. And you always want to take care of that business card. Here in the U.S., you might throw it in your purse or throw it in your wallet, but the Cambodian citizens will watch what you do with that, and they will take that. However you treat the business card is how you're going to treat them in business. And some things that you should not do is you don't ever directly approach a Cambodian citizen about business. You always want to have a third party involved that is a Cambodian citizen that can do that for you. And then also making negative statements draws on the issue of face. So you always want to avoid speaking negatively. You don't want to show anger, impatience, frustration. All of those also lead to a loss of face. And last, be careful with nonverbal communication. For example, a smile can have many meanings, such as not understand that you didn't understand what was said, or that you are nervous or intimidating, or that you are intimidated. And then also, again, this goes for men and women, is just you don't stare into someone's eyes and you just avoid prolonged eye contact.